Hey, before anything else, let me ask you this: when was the last time a machine made you feel like it was built for someone who refuses to accept lag, blurry visuals, or half measures? That's exactly what happens the first time you sit down with the GIGABYTE A16. This is for the kind of person who plays, creates, and works with purpose. You know, performance isn't just about numbers, it's about how instantly things respond to you. You've lived with slow load screens, settings bumped down because it's good enough, and that quiet frustration of wanting more. Once you've felt fluid performance, everything else starts to feel like a compromise. But before you dive deeper, take a moment to check today's price and stock. Systems like this don't always stay at the same availability. You know it was time to upgrade when your old setup started making you adjust your behavior instead of the other way around. Maybe games dipped below the responsiveness you expect. Maybe multitasking became an endurance test. That exact moment, that tension between what you need and what your gear delivers, vanishes the second you power this machine on. The relief comes fast. You're not babysitting performance anymore. You launch what you want and it keeps up without begging for mercy. That RTX 5060 and Ryzen 7 combo doesn't just handle titles, it carries them with confidence. Whether you're deep into competitive matches or exploring vast open worlds, the visuals stay crisp and fluid, like you're finally seeing what you've been missing. Picture sitting into a long session where every frame feels connected to your input, where motion doesn't lag behind your intention, and every detail pops on that 165Hz WUXGA screen. Imagine switching between creative apps without stutters, opening tabs without hesitation, and feeling like your device isn't telling you how to work, it's following you. Once you feel this level of responsiveness, every time you glance at something weaker, your mind goes right back here. Not because it's flashy, but because it respects your expectations. You start rejecting compromise, not arbitrarily, but instinctively. If you're even a little curious, don't let stock quirks or price fluctuations slow you down. Machines of this caliber reward those who move on what they already know they want. You might question whether a laptop can really blend power and portability. But that doubt disappears the moment you actually use this, because you realize you're not carrying compromise, you're carrying capability. You feel precise every time you click. Performance stays smooth under load. Visuals feel sharp and alive. Tasks switch without hesitation. You feel confident in every session. It's larger than ultra-thin notebooks. And peak performance can warm any system. But eventually, the comparison loop fades. You realize you're circling back to the choice that already matches what you want, and waiting only turns this into a future regret. So check the price, check the stock, and if it's there right now, trust that pull. This is one of those upgrades you don't forget, only wish you'd made sooner.